Welcome, everyone. It is episode number 40 of Second City Sam's Hot Takes, and this one is entitled, The Bears Did What? And boy, howdy, did the Bears do a lot. I'm joined, not alone today, I'm joined by my good buddy, Bobby Bylina. Bobby, how you doing?
Good.
I'm doing great. A lot to talk about today. We are going to focus on NFL free agency. Bears, obviously a big part of that. Not only in the signing aspect of things, but in the trade market as well. Lots of controversy, especially the last day or so. And we're going to cover that. We're going to cover pretty much everything that has to do with NFL signings and get into hopefully some deep conversation, maybe a debate or two on that stuff. And, of course, it's WrestleMania season. WrestleMania 40 is... just less than a month? I think like 3 weeks out at this point. And it's coming up fast. The card is starting to solidify, so we're going to talk about how that card is shaping up and obviously some of the bigger feuds that are going on. We're going to share an opinion or two about those as well. So I'm not sure how long the show will be today, but we're going to make the best of it, hopefully entertain you on this lovely Sunday afternoon. St. Patrick's Day, by the way. Happy St. Patrick's Day, Bobby. Any boozing over the weekend?
No, sir.
Yeah, I think I had 4 beers yesterday at my sister's house, and they just weren't doing it for me. Probably because, I have this kidney thing going on. I probably shouldn't have been drinking anyway. So, let's get her going. We got some Chicago Bears news, and obviously we'll start with the elephant in the room. Yesterday, I'm joined by excuse me. The elephant in the room, Justin Fields. I don't know about everybody. I think some Bears fans were kind of oblivious to the idea, but we knew that he was going to be traded, and sure enough, Justin Fields, as of yesterday afternoon, was traded to the Pittsburgh Steelers for a 2025 6th-round draft pick, which has the opportunity to become a 4th-round draft pick, depending on playing time.
Which ain't going to happen.
Right, because as of yesterday, or as of, I think, late last night, a report came out was that Justin Fields will be backing up Russell Wilson at least to begin the season. So what are your initial thoughts?
I saw it coming because once like Kenny Pickett's trade went through, then they don't have a backup QB. They also just determined how Russell Wilson plays this year.
Yeah.
But I don't see this being that 4th-round pick.
No, I don't either. Honestly, just look at it. Even the last few years with Denver, when you look at his stats, they're not even bad.
No, they're not. It's just like that system of Sean Payton coming in.
Yeah. So I think, the Bears said they wanted to do right by Justin Fields, and I'm not.
That wasn't doing right by him.
Yeah, I'm not so sure that was the right move for him. And I know his value has kind of plummeted with all these quarterbacks, going to different homes, and he was, still remaining a Bear. But a 6th-round pick, not in this year's draft, in next year's draft, that's the best they could get.
Yeah, I think they could have done way better.
At least, we were talking about maybe even a 2nd-round pick this year. That didn't even come close to happening.
Because what did Mac Jones do?
What, contract-wise?
No, what did Mac Jones go for? Was Mac Jones traded for like a 6th round, or was he traded for higher?
Let me have a look.
Because they were in the same draft class.
Right. And, they were, for a while, did Mac Jones go before
Mac Jones got no. Mac Jones got last year. Mac Jones got drafted 20th overall for the Patriots.
Oh, okay. Let's see. A dream come true, he calls the trade to the Jags. What in the world? Trying to find the damn... Oh, here it is. The Patriots traded Mac Jones to the Jaguars in exchange for a 2024 sixth-round pick.
Okay.
So he got... I mean, that's better value than the Bears got.
That is better.
We got it in next year's draft. We couldn't even get a pick this year, or maybe Ryan Poles was asking for a pick next year. Maybe
I feel like Ryan Poles was just asking for way too much.
Well, I'm sure he was, but to not even get a pick this year is kind of mind-boggling.
Yeah. I just see that the Bears have squeezed on this one.
What's that?
I see that the Bears have squeezed on this one.
Probably, but do you think it would have ever worked in Chicago for Justin Fields anyway? Because I feel like maybe the damage was kind of done. Multiple offensive coordinators, 2 head coaches, 2 general managers. The guy, let's be honest, his offensive line wasn't that bad. It was middle of the pack. You know, people like to say that the offensive line was bad because Justin Fields got sacked a lot, but here's the problem. Some of that blame was on Justin Fields because he had I think it was the longest time holding onto a ball in the NFL. I can't word it any better than that, but
the man just held on to the ball too long.
Yeah, he held on to the ball too long, and he took sacks that normal quarterbacks probably wouldn't take. So the offensive line, it wasn't good. It was middle of the pack. Granted, he had one weapon last year in DJ Moore, which was cool, but
even with DJ Moore still got 1,300 yards.
Right. The completion percentage for Fields wasn't top quality. I'm just not sure. And even now that he's gone, I'm not sure he'll ever be great. I think he has the opportunity to be a good NFL quarterback. But I think the Bears look at it as, especially Ryan Poles, look at it as they can't pass up the opportunity to have a generational talent kind of quarterback.
Yeah. Dan Orlovsky said it perfectly the other day on Night Show. If that Justin Fields would have missed out on 4 potential Heisman winners.
Yeah.
At quarterback.
Yeah, and I mean, if you do that and Justin Fields turns out to be, garbage or not garbage, but how he has been, which is, middle of the pack, maybe less than that, then you're probably going to lose your job. So
that's why I see it as like the dilemma that they had this year was if they kept Justin, you have to win. And then if he plays good football, then you're paying him a high amount contract. And then you're in that situation of you want to pay him that big contract or you trade him.
Right.
And then you have the number 1 pick, so why not just go get a rookie QB on that rookie?
Right, and I get why Bears fans are pissed. Justin Fields is a good dude. He was a likable guy. He said all the right things. He worked really hard. I'll give him that. But the smart business move for the Bears was not to keep Justin Fields. It was to draft probably Caleb Williams. Who knows? Maybe they throw us a curveball and draft, Drake May or Jaden Daniels or something, but it's probably going to be Caleb Williams, and you get him for 5 years on that rookie contract, paying him, the rookie minimum or whatever the hell it is, rookie contract. You don't have to pay him for at least 3-4 seasons. If Justin Fields were to succeed this season with the Bears, you're going to have to pay him.
But it's like also you go for that rookie QB, you have a whole new coaching staff on offense. He can learn that new offensive scheme coming into this year, and then go from there.
Yeah, and that's another thing. If Justin Fields would have stayed, he again would have to learn a totally new offense, which at this point he's already learned what? That would be his third or fourth offense. Third?
That'll be his third.
Yeah, and that's just, I mean, we've been through that with Jay Cutler. It's not a healthy way to create a star quarterback. And obviously we as Bears fans have no idea what a star quarterback is, but Ryan Poles is trying to change that. What's that?
Besides Jay Cutler.
Yeah, and Jay Cutler was the best we had, so that shows a lot. We have no idea what the development and the qualities of a star quarterback is. And hopefully by drafting Caleb Williams, if that's what they choose to do, then this new coaching staff can develop him the right way. They hire the right people for once in their miserable franchise's life, and get this guy to where he needs to be. And if the Bears do develop him and becomes a star, Ryan Poles will be getting a statue at some point. So I think it's the right move.
But like you said, NFL is a business.
It is. At the end of the day.
It's a business.
Yeah, and I think the Bears made the right business decision. You know, if Caleb Williams doesn't work out, then you're in trouble.
Yep.
But
like our good friend Scott said, in 4 years we'll be right in the same position.
Yeah. Scott's a little bit of an overreactor. We all are as Bears fans. He does not like the move. He thinks Caleb Williams is going to be a bust. I mean, some people do think that, and I hope they're wrong, for Christ's sake. But he very well could be. But I think that's a risk that the Bears had to take.
They definitely did, because they're not going to miss out on another QB that number one overall pick.
And they would never hear the end of it if Caleb Williams gets drafted to another team and becomes the next Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
And then what? It's just 2017 all over again.
So we'll see what happens come April.
Yeah, what is it? April?
End of April? April 26th or something?
Is that when it is? Let's see. It is April 25th to April 27th. So, Chicago Bears, you are on the clock. Don't screw this up.
Okay, so talking about the draft, what do you think they're going to do with number 9?
The number 9, I think they're going to take the kid from, I believe, Alabama, the edge rusher. Yeah, I think that should be a main priority. If you're not going to go out on a limb and sign some free agent, I don't know what the market is for pass rushers anyway in the free agent market, but I think they need to address that like right away.
Yeah.
If you don't have any pass rush, quarterbacks in this league are too good. No matter what kind of safeties or linebackers you have, they're going to pick you apart. If you don't pressure the quarterback, it's over. What do you like? Maybe an offensive line? I wouldn't be mad if they went offensive line either, but I think edge is more important at this point.
Edge, I was thinking, like I said yesterday, they're sending the Washington receiver, Odunze.
Oh, yeah. Romeo Odunze, whatever his name is. Odunze. He's a possibility. I also think... Well, I don't know if they're going to go wide receiver anymore since they have Keenan Allen, which we'll get into. But if they were to, I think Malik Neighbors might be as good of an option as Romeo Odunze.
Yeah, that would be good.
Man, who's the kid from Alabama, the edge rusher? Let me see. I can't think of his name, but I've seen highlights, and obviously highlights in college are not necessarily going to translate to the NFL. But Dallas Turner, that's his name.
Yeah.
Dallas Turner. He pretty impressive looking kid. Seems like he has a pretty high motor. I don't know. If they don't draft edge, I think you'd probably have to go either receiver or offensive line.
It's like who's out there for offensive line?
What's that?
Who's out there for offensive line?
I don't know if Joe Alt from Notre Dame will be over there at 9. But I heard it was a decent offensive line class. I'm not, 100% sure who would be, considered after that. But Joe Alt is a big name going in the first round, maybe probably top 10. But we'll have to wait and see. I mean, Ryan Poles he seems like he has a plan, and at this point, we have no choice but to trust him.
Yep.
So let's move on to a couple free agents that the Bears signed over the last week or so. Bears have a running back. They signed DeAndre Swift to, 3 years, $24.5 million?
Yes, sir.
How do you like it?
I honestly think they needed another running back, but he had a great breakout season yesterday.
Yeah, 1,000 yards, right? 1,000 yards rushing.
Yeah.
He's also a good threat out of the backfield to catch a pass or to. Yeah. I like the move. I've seen some people call it a bit of an overpay. But sometimes you got to do that. I mean, just look at Saquon Barkley's deal. You want to tell me that's not an overpay for a guy that's had an ACL surgery already and hasn't played a full season yet in his career?
Yeah. Now the Eagles are looking at tampering.
What are the Eagles looking at?
The NFL's looking at tampering because of that deal.
Oh yeah, yes. Was that proven to be true or?
Supposedly the general manager spoke to Saquon directly instead of his manager.
And this was before the legal tampering period?
Yeah.
So what would happen if they found that to be true?
Supposedly they lose draft picks.
Lose draft picks? That ain't shit. The Eagles are the Eagles are pretty good. I think they can stand to lose a couple of draft picks. But DeAndre Swift is a Chicago Bear, 3 years, $24.5 million. I don't know what this means for Khalil Herbert and Roschon Johnson. I still like those guys. I personally was of the opinion that they didn't need to focus on a running back, but I was wrong apparently. Bobby, you said they needed a running back. Scott said they needed a running back.
Roschon was coming into his own at the end of the year.
He was. Yeah. I still think he could be pretty good. I don't know if he'll be starting material, and I think that's maybe why they went and did what they did. So I'm not mad at it. Running backs don't cost that much anyway. Yeah, it's a good deal. What's that?
They're getting up there, though.
Who is?
With the price.
Oh, yeah.
Running backs are going to do the same price as wide receivers.
Speaking of wide receivers, how about this one? The Bears somehow landed Keenan Allen from the Los Angeles Chargers, 6-time Pro Bowl receiver, and they traded for him. They traded a 4th-round pick for him?
Yes. He traded a 4th-round pick for him.
And apparently the story is that the Chargers asked him to take a pay cut, and he would not. So they said trade. So they just fucking said trade him.
And then they asked him what team he wanted to go to.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. A report came out saying that they asked him what team he wanted to be traded to. And there was like 3 other teams that were in the hunt for him. And he chose the Bears over those 3 teams.
That's pretty cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
This is before Justin Fields got traded, so I wonder how he feels now.
Yeah, it's a lot of people on the Bears team is kind of disappointed that Justin Fields isn't on this team anymore.
I know DJ Moore was. I wonder if he made a comment or
He said business is business.
That's what he said? Wow.
Jaquan Brisker said, "Don't talk to me."
What about Jaquan Brisker?
Jaquan Brisker tweeted, "Don't talk to me."
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it just goes to show how well liked the guy was in the locker room. But again, like DJ Moore said, business is business.
They're going to do what's best for business.
Yeah, what is it, Triple H?
Yeah.
So you look at the Bears wide receiver room at this point, and it's looking pretty good, I say.
You got DJ Moore, you got Keenan Allen, you got Tyler Scott, you still have, I believe, Economia St. Brown. And then
they just re-signed Dante Pettis, too.
Yeah, Dante Pettis. And then I believe we still have Baylor Jones Jr.
Yeah, and then tight end, they have Cole Kmet and Gerald Everett now. Gerald Everett, another player they picked up from the Chargers, which I think that's a really underrated pickup. The tight end room now for the Bears is pretty damn solid. Gerald Everett, he's a little... if I remember right, he looks more like a wide receiver than he does a tight end.
Yeah, Gerald Everett opens up the middle of the field.
Yeah.
He's more of a pass catcher than run blocker.
So that's another... I mean, in terms of pass catching, the Bears are in pretty good shape. And if they do decide to go with another wide receiver and they throw, Odunze or Malik Neighbors in the slot, you'll be talking DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, and whoever the draft pick could potentially be, with Cole Kmet and Gerald Everett on the side. That's some pretty dangerous shit right there.
Just to throw a stat out there for Keenan Allen, from 2017 to 2023, he had 5 years of 100 receptions.
Wow.
And all 5 of those years were over 1,000 yards.
Yeah, he's one of the best in the league. I'll definitely no denying that. But one concern that a few people have is he's 31. I don't know if I'm concerned yet. He hasn't showed any signs of slowing down. My dad doesn't seem to like the deal. I don't know why. It's really a no-lose situation in my eyes. You get him for a year at least, and if he balls out the first 10 games of the season, you start talking extension before he even becomes a free agent.
Yeah, and it's also he's not that deep threat receiver. He gets you those 10 yards and can fight for the 15. But he's your third down receiver. He's not going to be down the middle of the field trying to throw you down, like trying to throw bombs to him. He's not that fast receiver.
A good end zone threat as well, with his height and his vertical. I'm curious to see the amount of yards after catch between Keenan Allen and DJ Moore this year, because they're both really good for that.
Yeah.
So it's an exciting time to be a Chicago Bear fan. It's maybe a bittersweet time to be a Chicago Bears fan, because everyone did like Justin Fields. I get it. I liked him too. I just don't know at this point in his Bears tenure that he was ever going to be the answer.
Me and you reminisce on when Justin Fields got drafted.
Bobby and I were on the phone with each other when the Bears traded down to what, 9?
No, they traded up to 11.
Did they?
Because they were deeper in the first round.
Oh yeah, right.
And
Well, yeah, they traded down to 11. Or no, you're right, traded up. And as soon as that, you called me and we waited for the pick, and man, we were losing our freaking minds. And like I was telling my dad yesterday, if you would have told me 3 years ago when the Bears drafted Justin Fields that it wasn't going to work out, I would have called you a moron.
Yeah.
But here we sit.
It is what it is, man.
It is. And, we look forward. We can't dwell on the past. We go, listen, we're Bears fans, all right? If you're not completely numb to anything that the Bears do anymore, I'm very sorry. Because I promise you, I used to get mad. I used to get angry. It is not worth getting mad at this franchise anymore.
It's not.
It's not. They live to disappoint.
You just have to go game by game.
Yeah. And that's why I wear this shirt every time I podcast.
We stinks.
We stinks. We the stinks. Carlos Zambrano, the fucking GOAT.
Okay, speaking of the Bears, what do you think about their transfer decision?
I'm not happy about it.
I'm not happy.
I mean, you buy this whole freaking. How many acres was it?
It was like 300 acres or whatever.
Yeah, you buy this land, the old horsey race course.
Arlington Raceway.
Yeah, and you buy this land, it goes through, and then the town doesn't want you to build a stadium there.
Town doesn't want to give you a tax break.
Like, how stupid are they looking right now? If you ask me, I'm sure they'll be able to sell the land for,
They're going to sell the land to somebody.
For a pretty penny. But now you're staying on the lakefront, probably, building a new stadium, and what? Are you still going to have no parking lots? Are we still going to have to search a half an hour to find a fucking spot to park and then walk a mile and a half to the field? I just wanted nothing to do with staying at the lakefront. What about you?
I don't see where they're going to put this on the lakefront. They're saying they're going to put a $2 billion dome on the lakefront, and it's supposed to be publicly owned. Like, where are you going to put it on the lakefront?
Right. I mean, it's not like you're going to knock down Soldier Field. That's not going anywhere.
What are you going to do? Knock down the field museum?
Right. I have no idea where they plan on putting it. I really don't.
Like, it's just you gotta just move out of the city.
Yeah, I would have really enjoyed if they moved out of the dump known as Chicago. I'll tell you what, though. I don't believe the dome is the right answer. I don't want to be one of those prototypical Bears fans. Oh, Chicago Bears football weather. We need the elements. But at least make it like
We don't need the elements.
Yeah, sure, but we at least make it like retractable or something.
You can do that, like Indianapolis.
But apparently that's not the plan. Did they come out with renderings yet?
No.
No. Yeah, I mean, even if they do decide to stay at the lakefront, I mean they're in for a long building process, and Chicago taxpayers are going to be pissed off if they get public funding for this thing. I don't know if they'll quite ask for as much as Jerry Reinsdorf was asking for, but
that man's off his rocker.
Dude, he's fucking senile. He's out of his mind.
Let's ask $1 billion for the state.
Wasn't it 3?
No, it was $1 billion.
It was $1 billion? That guy's a joke. Anyway, moving on. Next free agent, I think, let's see.
What, we still on the Bears topic, or are we just going all over? No?
We'll finish up the Bears. We did sign Kevin Byard. I believe that's his. From the Eagles. He played with the Eagles last year, right?
The Eagles and Titans.
Titans, yeah. Pretty good pickup to replace Eddie Jackson. 112 tackles, so I like that. He's willing to tackle. Eddie Jackson was not. I think it's a good pickup. What do you think?
Oh, definitely. We need somebody that is younger.
Younger, willing to tackle instead of shying away.
And also somebody you compared to Brisker.
Yeah. And I like Jaquan Brisker. I really do. I think he's going to come into his own a lot this season. Who else we got left? Who else did we sign?
We also signed Jonathan Owens.
Yeah, that's right. Mr. Simone Biles himself. Well, he's probably be the nickel, right?
Yeah, the nickel.
Yeah, so I don't mind that. Bears do need a nickel. He played pretty well for the Packers. I think he had a couple pick sixes last year. Pretty good player. We'll get to see Simone Biles, I'm sure, at all the games. More popular than her husband. I wonder how he feels about that.
He was happy that she was maybe come back to play for Green Bay again.
Well, anybody would be happy not to be in Green Bay anymore.
Yeah. How do you feel about Coleman Shelton?
What's that?
How do you feel about Coleman Shelton? Center. Played for
Indifferent, honestly. Deaf piece.
We had multiple signings of linemen this year.
Yeah, I like the Ryan Bates trade that they did with Buffalo a couple weeks back. I think that's going to be a pretty good move. They wanted him. Was it last year or the year before?
I think it was the year before.
And Buffalo matched the deal for him to stay there. So now the Bears get their man. I think it was for a 6th-round draft pick or something. So that's
5th round.
5th, yeah.
The Bears don't have any third-day draft picks.
This year they don't?
Yeah.
No shit. I didn't know that.
They're done after the 4th round.
Well, as long as they get what they need out of those 1st round and 2nd round and 3rd round picks, I think we'll be okay without those 3rd-day picks.
Yeah.
Any other signings we're missing? I don't think so.
Ripon?
Yeah, Brett Ripon, how the fuck you say his name. Backup quarterback from the Chargers. He's played a few games in his career. He's, definitely a backup. It is what it is. You need a backup quarterback.
Matt Pryor, offensive tackle. Matt Pryor.
I might have missed that one.
He played for the Colts last year.
Was that, when did he sign?
Last week. I think it was day after free agency open.
Yeah, I must have missed that one. Again, probably another deaf piece. Yeah, which you can never have too many offensive linemen, so I'm not mad at that at all.
And then my favorite name so far out of free agency, Amon Agbonlaminga.
Hold that up to the camera.
Let me look up his. Let me do this.
He's that's a mouthful. Let's see. Amon Agbonlaminga. What in the world? Where did he sign?
He played for the Chargers.
What is he?
Linebacker.
Oh, okay. He signed with the Chargers, or he played with the Chargers?
He played with the Chargers last year and then signed with the Bears.
Oh, he signed with the. I thought I had all the signings, and I somehow missed 2 of those.
Yeah,
that's
Chargers
shame on me. That's a hell of a name to pronounce for any announcer, though. I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah. He's 25.
25. Was he backup? I'm guessing.
25 has appeared in 47 games with 2 starts in 3 seasons with the Chargers.
Yeah. So he'd probably be a backup. I hope this doesn't mean Jack Sanborn's gone because that guy's a beast. I don't care. I think he could start. I really do.
Oh yeah, I love Jack Sanborn.
Yeah. Let's move on though to the rest of the NFL. A lot of big moves went down, and honestly, there's been so many that I need to pull up a list. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
You want me to pull it up for you?
If you got it handy.
Because I know ESPN had the full list already.
Yeah. I think, I don't know, maybe this year has been the most entertaining for free agency, I think.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Especially with the Bears. I mean, the Bears have had a ton of movement, a ton of.
Shocking how many good players got cut and traded.
Yeah. Jake Martin. Bears signed another linebacker yesterday.
Really?
Jake Martin. I don't know who that is.
So, ESPN's number one biggest signing is Kirk Cousins and Celtics.
That was a move that nobody expected. You know, there were rumors that they were shopping him, and in no way did I think he would wind up in Atlanta.
Yeah.
And I don't know who's. I'm not going to say what I was just about to say. I don't know whose genitalia he's messing with to get all these contracts. But the dude is a thief. He has made so much money in the NFL, all just to win one playoff game in his career.
Yeah, man. What was it? He got released from the Commanders. He's made more money in the NFL than most fans.
Yeah, I mean, he stole 2 contracts right from the Vikings, and then, you know, he made money with the Commanders to begin his career, and then this Falcons contract is just, holy crap. He's 30, isn't he 35 or 36 already? I think he's 35, and he'll be 36 by the time the season starts.
Yeah.
And they signed him to a 4-year deal, right?
Yep, 180 million.
180 million. Thank you. And he 100 million guaranteed, and he'll be 40 by the time that contract is over.
Yep.
The Falcons just keep on missing. I mean, I'll say this: Kirk Cousins isn't bad. I think he's a little underrated, but he's not top 10 in the league by any means.
He's not.
That's a good one, Bobby. I like that one.
Michigan State.
Yeah, that's your guy. Yeah, he's made a good career for himself. I give him credit. He's made his money. He's played pretty well. Has had some pretty good seasons, but I mean, he's never. I don't think he'll ever be the one to lead you to a Super Bowl.
Also, Kirk Cousins, a hometown kid. He's from Illinois.
He is?
Yeah, he grew up in Barrington.
I didn't know that.
If you watch the QB that was made by Pinkman on Netflix, you would have found out.
Yeah, I just thought you knew that because you knew everything Michigan State.
No.
All right, what else you got on that list?
Christian Wilkins to the Raiders.
Yeah, that's a good one. But the Raiders are kind of in limbo right now. They don't know what they're doing with quarterback. I mean, Aiden O'Connell is probably their quarterback for now, right?
Yeah.
Unless they move up in the draft or draft like a J.J. McCarthy a little later on in the first round. They get rid of Josh Jacobs Josh Jacobs goes to the Packers, and of course they got to one-up us on everything. So the Raiders are kind of in limbo right now, so who knows what's going on with them.
Well,
But that is a good signing, though.
Well, the Raiders signed Gardner Minshew.
That's right, they did.
They signed him to a 2-year deal.
So is he going to start?
Yeah, Gardner Minshew's going to start in Las Vegas.
There's no way they're going to go into the season with him starting.
Hey, he played fantastic for the Colts.
Yeah, fantastic is a strong word.
Oh,
He did.
Speaking of the Colts, how about that signing? Joey Flacco
Hey, man,
as a backup for Anthony Richardson.
get that bag, Mr. Flacco. Still making money just to sit on the bench, and he came in last year after an injured Deshaun Watson, and their other two quarterbacks I think got injured as well. P.J. Walker and somebody, I forget the kid's name.
Yeah,
but Flacco gets another deal to keep his NFL career going, and behind and I don't know about injury prone. He's had one injury, but so far an injury prone Anthony Richardson. He just might see some more playing time next season. Who knows?
Yeah. Calvin Ridley with the Titans.
Yeah, that. What was that deal? I'm pretty sure that was a pretty good overpay.
4 years. I think it was like 94.
Was it?
94, 96.
I guess it's not horrible, but
still, you pay Calvin Ridley almost $100 million, but they didn't want to pay A.J. Brown.
Yeah, Titans are a dumpster fire. Honestly, I don't know why. First of all, I don't know why you fire Mike Vrabel. I really, really don't. I feel like the guy gets the most out of his players. I think he's a really good coach. And I honestly, if I were the Bears, I would have fired Matt Eberflus the second Mike Vrabel became available.
Or even Belichick.
To a lesser extent, yes, but I think Belichick. I think he needs to hang him up. Honestly, I wouldn't have been against it, but yeah, I think I would have preferred Vrabel. What'd you say?
I think he's gonna be a scout.
What, Belichick?
Yeah.
I could see that.
I can see him being a scout for Washington this year.
You think he coaches again?
In the future, probably.
Yeah, I think he'll have a job next season if he wants it. But then again, I also thought he would have had a job this season, and nobody picked him up, which is crazy to me. How the Falcons didn't? I thought he was going to the Falcons. They picked some younger dude. I can't remember his name. And then Jim Harbaugh signs with the Chargers.
Yeah.
Hopefully that brings Michigan back down to earth a little bit.
Hey, good for Jim Harbaugh coming back in the NFL.
Yeah, no, I like Jim Harbaugh. I don't like Michigan, but I was always a Jim Harbaugh guy. I like how big of a hothead he is on the sideline. I think he's going to do big things with Justin Herbert, but the problem is they have literally nobody. You trade Keenan Allen, you cut Mike Williams,
Austin
Eckler to the Commanders, Gerald Everett to the Bears.
You have Quentin Johnson as your receiver one.
Quentin Johnson is your wide receiver one for the Chargers. That's not a way to bring in a head coach like Jim Harbaugh. He's got to be so furious. Unless it was his idea.
Yeah. I just think it was because they were so high over the salary cap.
Were they?
Yeah. They were so high over the salary cap.
All that to only win like 7 games last year. By the way, if anybody wants to send us a comment or two, feel free to send it in the Facebook on the Facebook live stream, the YouTube live stream, or the X live stream. Your comments should appear on my screen here, and I will be able to post them right across the bottom of the picture here, and we will answer them as we go. Right now, we are just talking NFL free agency. I am your host, Second City Sam Piopo, and I am joined by my good brother, Bobby Bylina. It's good to shoot the shit with you, as always. So what else we got on that list?
I know this is going to hurt to talk about.
Uh-oh.
Josh Jacobs.
Dude, like, what the hell? That same day, we trade for DeAndre Swift. Josh Jacobs goes to the Packers.
They could have had an awesome 1-2 punch in that running back room.
We just can't win. Packers always gotta one-up it. I think Josh Jacobs is better than DeAndre Swift. I would have rather had Josh Jacobs. But to be totally unbiased, I think it's a really good move for the Packers. They release Aaron Jones, who is nearing 30. What's that?
Got signed by the Vikings.
He did, yeah. We still can't win. He goes to the Vikings, stays in the division. So, boy, if you're a Bears fan, even when you get excited about something brings you back down real quick.
Packers re-signed AJ Dillon. From what I
saw. They did?
Yeah,
What's the deal?
I think it was like a 1 year or 2 year deal. I don't know how.
He's a good backup. He's a strong guy, but he's another one that really didn't turn out the way I'm sure they thought that he would. Aaron Jones was definitely the lead back on that group.
Let's see what else is on here.
You got Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson to the Steelers.
For $1.2 million.
I mean, if he's going to start, they're going to. I mean,
that's not a bad place for him.
Yeah, I mean they have a hell of a quarterback room. I'll give them that.
Yeah.
If he doesn't work, I don't know, if he doesn't work with the Steelers, I'm pretty sure Russ's career is over if he doesn't work with the Steelers.
Yeah. The man needs to.
Honestly, I think this is going to be his only year with the Steelers, no matter what, because they signed Justin Fields. Or no, they didn't sign Justin Fields, so he'll still be on his rookie deal.
It was pending physical what they traded for him. So
for Justin?
Justin Fields has 1 more year.
Right.
On his contract.
So if they choose to not go forward with Russell Wilson, they would have to pay Justin Fields. That's going to be an interesting part of the season, or interesting year to see how that quarterback room plays out.
I want to see your take on this one. Derrick Henry and the Ravens.
Super Bowl champions.
You think so?
Yes. I know the Ravens quarterback room. I know the Ravens running back room has been kind of cursed the past couple years. But Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson, that is going to be dangerous. I know Derrick Henry's 30. And I know running backs usually go downhill pretty quickly. They nosedive after they hit 30.
Yeah.
I think Derrick Henry's an exception. That dude is a freaking beast.
I can see it.
I think he can go at least another 4 years.
So I can see it being Super Bowl prediction right now.
Way too early Super Bowl prediction? Let's do it.
Way too early. Ravens, Eagles.
You can miss me with the Eagles.
They stacked up their defense. They stacked up their offense. They they have Vic Fangio as their defensive coordinator for the Eagles.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Like they have
But
a new coaching staff under Sirianni.
yeah, they
So
also have Kenny Pickett as their backup.
they do.
Yeah. Um, I say no to the Eagles just because I don't fully believe in Jalen Hurts.
You don't.
No, I don't. I think he had a mediocre season last year. I think he was helped by a very, very good offensive line and a very good set of receivers. He had a ton of interceptions, I believe. Fumbles were there too. I don't think Jalen Hurts is elite. Let me just say that. I think he can win you games. I think he can, maybe bring you to, well, there's no doubt he can bring you to a Super Bowl, but I don't think he'll be the reason you win.
I just also see that I kind of want to see how Jalen Hurts works with their backup center.
Yeah. Jason Kelce retires, and well, do you think, is it going to be the guy who backed him up, or are they going to draft someone? Or
I feel like they're going to have the guy that backed him up.
I don't even know who his backup was.
Because he learned so many years underneath him.
Yeah, I'm looking up his backup now. It says, oh no, that's his former backup. I don't know. It's apparently his backup doesn't exist. Cam Jurgens, maybe?
Yeah, that's a new one.
That's he's going to play? Okay. Well, I mean, even with the loss of Jason Kelce, I think their offensive line is still really good. So I think they'll win games. I say Ravens. It's so hard not to put the Chiefs in there over the Ravens because the Chiefs, they're still going to be the Chiefs. Yeah. I'll say Ravens. 49ers.
You got the Niners.
I mean, I don't think they're really changing much. So
they did sign Leonard Floyd.
What's that?
They did sign Leonard Floyd.
They did. Yeah, that's a good signing. Leonard Floyd is an underrated player. Just another guy that the Bears didn't know how to develop.
Yeah.
He goes to He goes to the Rams and succeeds there.
And then goes to the Bills.
Yeah. Yep, that's a good signing. I think the Niners are only going to get better. They did lose Eric Armstead, right?
Yes, they lost him.
Yeah, so I mean that's pretty good loss, but I still think the Niners are pretty good. What's that?
Chase Young might go somewhere else.
Yeah, is that a huge loss though? I think that guy's the biggest underachiever in the league.
Yeah.
Any other big ones on your list there?
Gabe Davis to the Jaguars.
Yeah, I heard the Bears were in on him for a while.
Just trying to see.
There was a lot of good ones. And
There was.
Like I said, this NFL free agency has been damn good. And there's a reason why it's probably the best off-season sport, I guess you would say. It used to be the MLB, but now these players drag it all the way into spring training before signing with a team. By the way, at some point, while Bobby looks that up, at some point I want to do a show covering the beginning of the MLB season. I'm sure Bobby would be happy to join me there, so stay tuned for that. Want to be able to do this more often. A lot of stuff going on with the wife being pregnant and everything. So I'm thankful for everyone tuning in right now. We got quite a bit of viewers. Thank you. What's that?
What are we at?
We're at 29, 30.
Nice.
on the live stream. So that's cool. Thank you all for checking us out. Listening to a couple of boneheads who only know so much about sports, just giving their true opinions, right or wrong.
Okay,
Got
so I
anything?
have a question for you.
Oh yeah, let's hear it.
So I know I saw that Teddy Bridgewater. Who was who played for the Giants last year?
Tyrod Taylor?
Yeah, Tyrod. Tyrod signed with the Jets.
Signed with the Jets?
Yeah. Are they going to trade Zach Wilson? Or are they going to have a quarterback room?
Didn't Zach Wilson already leave? No?
I don't think
so. Maybe that was Mac Jones.
That was Mac Jones.
I don't know, man. I don't know what the future is for Zach Wilson. Rodgers is going to start this season. Hopefully he doesn't tear his other Achilles. Zach Wilson, he's only proven that he's not it. So I don't know if he needs a fresh start somewhere else. I don't know if he gets another chance with the Jets. Tyrod Taylor, I think, is a very good backup. And I think that he'll probably be the backup over Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think Robert Saleh kind of has seen enough of Zach Wilson. What do you think?
I don't see the Jets having much faith in Zach Wilson. So I feel like with the Tyrod Taylor that they're just going to kick him off the door.
Yeah, I mean, they might lose him for nothing. But, I mean, he really hasn't been proven to be worth anything anyway.
Yeah, or just have a free quarterback room.
I mean, you could. I mean, you still got Zach Wilson under that rookie deal. Did they pick up his fifth-year option?
No, I don't think so.
Well, then he would be a free agent, wouldn't he? Or no. Right. Yeah.
When you get drafted.
Same year as Justin Fields, right? I'm pretty sure. Because Justin Fields was 2019? No. 21. Yeah, 21. Same year as Fields. So I don't know. I don't know if they picked up his fifth-year option or not, but I'm pretty sure if they didn't, he would become a free agent, wouldn't he?
Next year.
Next year?
Yeah, 2025 will be.
Okay. Well, they have some time to figure it out, but if they want to have that three-quarterback room, I think you're kind of wasting a roster spot there, but if that's what they choose to do, then so be it.
Well, it technically isn't the roster spot. They have that new rule.
Oh, the emergency.
Yeah.
Right. Good call. Any other notes before we move on to some wrestling?
Michael Gallup, the release from the Cowboys.
Yeah, I heard he was having a meeting with the Panthers, I believe, on Monday. So maybe he winds up there in that dumpster fire.
Yeah.
Pretty good wide receiver. I like Michael Gallup. I wouldn't mind having him in as like a slot guy. But
also, what do you think about the new Buffalo Bills stadium? Maybe
I don't know much about it.
Supposedly. This is what I heard on that show. 16-foot tall buffaloes outside the stadium. And then also tailgate style parking places.
Really?
So you can like park your car and then there's enough room if it's behind the car. So it's like not blocking and stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's good for Buffalo fans because they sure know how to tailgate.
Oh, yeah.
That's on my bucket list. I want to go check out one of their tailgates. Maybe get put through a few tables.
So what do you think? Okay, before we move on, what do you think the Commanders are going to do in the QB room?
I don't know.
Because they have Mariota and they have Big Ron,
They trade Sam Howell.
and they trade Sam Howell to Seattle.
I think they'll be drafting somebody, whether it be Jaden Daniels or Drake May or even J.J. McCarthy. I think that's pretty much their only option at this point.
You know what I think would be hilarious if the Bears did?
What?
Everybody thinks that it's Caleb Williams. Roger Goodell comes up to the podium with the first pick in the NFL draft. The Bears select J.J. McCarthy.
That's a great way to end the segment, Bobby. Really is. Real nice. Real nice. I don't think he's going to make it in the NFL. I really don't.
You don't think so?
No. I think he goes to the Giants and kind of becomes that prototypical backup. And that's not because he's a Michigan guy. I'm just being honest. Alrighty. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed our NFL segment there. Great way to end it from my good buddy Bobby. We're going to talk a little bit of wrestling. We're going to be joined by Robert Barton. He is on his break from work just to talk to us. He's on the phone quality. I don't know if the audio will be great, but let's bring him in here. Oh, Robert.
Oh, what up, Rob?
What up, buddy?
I'm assuming I don't sound great. I'm actually, I'm heading back to work now.
Back to work.
I got a few minutes. Yeah.
Cool. Well, if you got a few minutes, then let's get going here. WrestleMania is coming up. What do you like most? What's going on in your head about WrestleMania 40?
So much overall. I'm super excited for this show. Can we all agree that 6-team ladder match is going to be absolutely outrageous?
No doubt. No doubt.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
It's going to be a cluster, but I think it's going to be awesome.
Oh, it's going to be the best kind of cluster, though.
Yeah.
You're going to get 6 teams, and I'm sure they're going to pick 6 teams that are just going to go in there and kill it. So I have no worries about that now.
Yeah.
In terms of that tag match, Cody, Seth, Rock, Roman. I mean, there's so much to be excited about with that. The Rock's going out there cutting killer promos, and all of them are really, except Roman, who's not doing anything. But that tag match will be great. Cody versus Roman is going to be great. I got Rock and Roman winning that tag match.
I do too.
Yeah. Who pinned who? I mean, I'm assuming Seth is there to take the pin.
Probably. Sad to say, but...
Yeah. And then, probably eat the pin on Mania Night 2.
Unless Damian Priest cashes in.
I'll take that. Either way, that Seth should also eat the pin in that situation.
He might. There's a lot of options. That's what I like about it right now. I don't really know what's going to happen. Right.
The 2 women's title matches, awesome. Can't wait for those.
So, real quick, I know we probably weren't going to talk AEW if you weren't here. But since you are, what did you think about Mercedes Moné debuting on AEW Dynamite?
I mean, you want to talk predictable debuts?
Yeah.
That was the most predictable debut of predictable debuts. Literally naming the show after her gimmick.
Yeah, but do you think she's going to be like a big addition? Do you think she's going to help out ratings or turn things around anyway?
The ratings, I mean, that's obviously a hit or miss thing with AEW. But if you've noticed, they've been kind of building the women's division up more over the last few weeks. And I think a huge reason of that is because of Mercedes debuting. They want to show her, like, hey, we're not messing around here. Like, if you come in, our women's division is going to be more of a focal piece of our company.
Right.
And as it should have been this whole time, they have a staff women's division.
They do. Any thoughts? Any other thoughts quickly on AEW?
They finally feel like they're back on a proper, like, upwards trajectory, and I'm happy to see it because after all out 2022, it's been kind of hit and miss. I'll even admit that at times. But I'm glad to see that they're back, like I said, on the upward trajectory in storytelling, match quality, all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what happens the rest of the year.
For sure. I see you're back at work, but what do you see? You got anything else before you split?
No. Enjoy the rest of the show, guys.
Hell yeah, Rob. All right, thanks for listening. Thanks for coming on, brother.
Peace out,
All right, peace.
Later, guys.
All right, that was good brother Robert Barton checking in just before he gets back to work. Appreciate him doing that. Bobby, he mentioned quite a few things from the WrestleMania card. What are you liking most about the upcoming event this year?
I know we're going to go like deep in depth with this stuff. Like you said, the six-pack challenge.
That's such, like, I know it's usually they like to do at least one ladder match at WrestleMania. That is going to be insane.
It definitely is. Especially for them titles.
Yeah.
So hopefully it breaks it up as like they break up the titles again.
Yeah, they might. Yeah. I don't know, but I'm definitely interested in that. When they announced that, I kind of popped a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, and I don't pop for a lot of wrestling anymore. You know what I actually really like? I like the feud going on between AJ Styles and LA Knight.
Oh, I can't wait for that match.
I'll give
wrestling match.
Yeah, and credit AJ Styles, man. When he came back, that dude is freaking yoked.
Yeah.
He is yoked to the gills. Him and LA Knight, LA Knight probably a little better on the promo side of things. Obviously, AJ better in the ring. I think these two are going to match up well. I think that match is going to be a lot of fun.
I just feel bad for the OC. Basically just getting pushed to the background once he came back.
Yeah, well, they're in the qualifiers for that. No, they're probably not. But I mean, at least they thought about him to at least put him in the tournament. But I do feel bad for them too because they are a good tag team. But I don't know, for whatever reason, ever since even their first run in WWE, they just weren't like heavily loved within the company, I guess, and they didn't get much done. They won a few championships in their first run, but that was about it.
Rhea versus Becky.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not in love with that match. I think it's going to be good, obviously, but I think people are starting to grow a little stale on Becky Lynch, and that is the typical wrestling fan response. You get, I don't know if she's overexposed, but you see her too much, and she wins all these matches, and people will kind of become sour on her. Yeah, I don't know if that's necessarily happening, but I think people wanted to see Liv Morgan in that match.
Just for her to get revenge on Rhea.
Yeah. Which it still can happen. It still can happen after Mania, but I think people wanted that at Mania, which I get. But Becky and Rhea is the bigger money match. That's why they did it.
Yeah, and it's also It's also Rhea's never faced Becky in her career.
Right. Exactly.
So that's what the money match is.
Yeah. No doubt.
I have a question for you.
Let's hear it.
Did you watch SmackDown?
Did I watch SmackDown? Yeah.
Did you listen to the Rock promo?
I did. Yes.
Did you see the slip up that he had when he was grabbing the weightlifting belt?
What slip up?
So when he was trying to talk to Mama Ray,
Yeah.
and he slipped up and said Mama Rain.
Oh yeah, I did see. Or was that a slip up though?
Because then he started to talk about Big Dog. Like, I'm going to beat him with a big dog. And I'm like, is he trying to talk about women? Because he's the big dog on campus?
That was... Maybe that was planned, man. They've been throwing those little things in there. Well, real quick, we apparently we've been getting a ton of comments on Facebook, and for whatever reason, they're not showing up in my StreamYard account, so that stinks. Let's see. I'll read a few here. From Paul Bird, going back to Justin Fields' conversation. The problem is the situation he's in now in Pittsburgh is what the Bears should have done with him when he was drafted. Let the man sit and learn from a veteran. But we didn't have a veteran.
There was a veteran.
Yeah, we had Nick Foles, right?
There was Nick Foles, or was it still Mitch Trubisky?
Right. I think Mitch was gone. I think they didn't pick up his option. Dalton, yeah. Yeah. But Andy Dalton stunk at that point.
Yeah.
I mean, I see your point, though, Paul. Paul also says Joe Alt and Fashanu are projected in that area as well. So maybe the Bears go with them. Good point. Adrian Perez. What up, Adrian? Haven't heard from me in a long time. He says from WWE conversation, what are we thinking about Logan Paul in the WWE? Eh?
He's a good wrestler.
I'm a big fan. I think he's awesome. I think he understands the business really well. And I think he respects the business, and I think he's going to be a main eventer pretty soon, honestly.
Okay, just to hop on that really fast, which we can hop on more in-depth conversation. How do you like it with his prime model being in the center of the ring?
I don't mind it at all.
No.
It's a business. It's a business, and it's a way for WWE to make more money, and for Prime to make more money.
Yeah.
I don't think it hurts. I mean, I don't think it hurts at all. You see these Japanese and Mexican promotions do it. So what's the big deal?
UFC does it.
Right. Exactly. UFC has it all over the ring. So
Yeah.
I don't think it's a bad thing at all. I think it's good for both companies. What else we got here? Paul also says, I'd rather have Aaron Jones over Swift. I would not, because Aaron Jones is over 30.
Yeah. Aaron Jones is good anyway. It's just I wouldn't have him at this late of the game.
Yeah. Let's see. Vince Kelly says, what's up? He says, Chiefs repeat. I hope you're wrong. Apparently, you have a hardcore echo when you're talking. I don't hear that. Some people are saying that.
I can hear it a little bit.
Huh?
I can hear it a little bit.
Oh, can you?
I can't. It's room I'm in is very echoey.
Yeah. Jamie Schultz says, what's up, Sam? What's up, Mimi? Brianna Garcia says, hey, boys. What's up, Bree? Hope you're doing well.
Have fun at the Southside Irish.
Yeah, don't get too drunk. Let's see. Lastly, from Pablo Guzman, Justin had so many people open and didn't see them, which costed them sacks. They got ripped off for Justin Fields. He's so underrated. And you're allowed to have that opinion. I don't knock anybody for saying that, but it is what it is at this point, right?
Yeah.
But going back to that Rock conversation, thank you all for commenting, by the way. Going back to that Rock conversation, that I didn't put anything into it, but now that you mention it, maybe that was on purpose.
Because it's like they do it like a little hints of when the L.
Yeah, the L.
And it's like Paul Heyman noticed that a couple times.
That's right. Yeah, Paul made a face and looked over, right?
Yeah. So it's like I saw that when I watched it last night. I'm like, did he just say Roman Reigns? Did he just say Roman Reigns?
He did.
And then he arose, and I'm like, okay, let's see where this goes.
This is going to get interesting.
Because I don't want to see Steph and Cody win night one, but I also want to see what happens night two with Bloodline Reigns.
Yeah, I think Roman and Rock will win night one, and then somehow, some way, The Rock is going to cost Roman Reigns on night two.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we're wrong. That's my guess as of now. Obviously, there's still a little bit of story left to plan out here, but.
Or I can see the whole entire locker room try and stop the Bloodline sort of thing on night two.
That'd be interesting. Like a lumberjack type thing.
Yeah, like
they all come out, even the odds. I don't know. A lot of options. They're playing out the story pretty well. Just when you think the Bloodline's kind of running its course, they put a new, beautiful story in there.
Yeah.
Jimmy and Jay at WrestleMania. That's gonna be fun.
That's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, I just saw this statistic earlier today that there has been a brother versus brother match every 15 years for the last, 15, 30, 45 years? No, 45 years. There's only 40 WrestleManias. I gotta look it up. Brett versus Owen, and then I think 15 years later was Jeff Hardy versus Matt Hardy, and then 15 years later now Jimmy versus Jay. So that interesting thing there. Gunther versus Sami Zayn. That's gonna be fun.
Oh yeah, Gunther versus. I kind of know what video been saying because of he wasn't the only one that didn't have the real package.
Yeah.
On Monday Night Raw.
Yeah,
So,
I didn't really notice that, but yeah, that's a good point.
It also was a video package as to why they made
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of controversy there too because everybody wanted Chad Gable to win.
It was also Chad Gable and his shoulders.
Yeah, I heard something about that. So maybe they play that into the story a little bit.
Yeah, everybody wants to see Chad Gable come to Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
When Kurt didn't get in.
Right. We have a triple threat match. Logan Paul with his United States title taking on Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. That's going to be good.
I just see how Kevin Owens not brought into this.
Is now what?
I don't see how Kevin Owens got brought into this. I get that he had his problems with Logan. It's just I don't get how he got brought into this.
Well, I think it's just more of trying to get Kevin Owens onto WrestleMania somehow.
Yeah.
Because he deserves it, let's be honest. So why not throw him in the United States title picture? I think that's pretty much their thought process there. I do think Logan retains, though.
Really?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Who's he going to knock out?
I think Kevin Owens takes the pin.
He's going to knock him out.
Something. I don't know. But I don't think Randy will eat the pin at this point in his career. I think KO will eat the pin. Yeah. But again, this WrestleMania card is just beautiful right now. I'm really looking forward to the show. I'm going to be sending out WrestleMania watch party invites pretty soon, so stay tuned for that. It's not on my anniversary this year, so there won't be any problems. What else?
What about you?
Yeah, I've always been a Bayley fan, so I'm all about this babyface turn. Now Naomi's gotten into the picture somehow by helping Bayley. I like it. I think Bayley's definitely winning the title. What do you think?
Yeah, I definitely think so.
Yeah. So that'll be fun.
The Brooklyn Warriors opponent yet?
No, I don't think so. Dude, they don't care about those titles at all. That company just does not care about those titles. And the fans don't either, let's be honest. What are we missing? That's it, right? And Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre.
Oh yeah.
For the World Heavyweight title. That's going to be good. Oh, I hope Drew wins. Drew is doing amazing work right now.
Drew wins.
Maybe.
And then have a successful passion.
Oh, that would be... They can't keep doing that. They need to have a successful one. I mean, even if he does win successfully, cash in, I don't think he'll be champion long. But you do have to have a successful cash in, I think. But I think Drew wins the match without a cash in.
Drew's having a fantastic run with these promos.
Oh, shitting on CM Punk and just being a real true blue heel. I think he's been excellent.
Yeah.
I think that's about it.
One question for you.
Let's hear it.
NXT card.
I haven't seen it.
Trick versus Molo.
Oh, is it? At Stand and Deliver? Yeah, that's going to be dynamite. No pun intended. But I'm definitely going to check that out. Trick Williams, I don't know if you did watch SmackDown, right?
Yeah.
So you saw the 2 times that the crowd broke out and whipped that trick. Trick. Twice. The dude is so freaking over, and he's not even on the main roster yet. He's going to be a megastar. No doubt he's going to be WWE champion at some point. Yeah. Any other notes before we get out of here?
Anything else you want to talk about besides NFL and wrestling?
Well, I want to do an MLB type intro at some point. Show's been kind of long today. I don't think we should do that today, but we're definitely gonna. That's something for all y'all listening to look forward to. If you want to talk some Blackhawks, you can. I don't have much to say about them.
But the only thing I had to say was, it's shocking to see the guard. I saw a thing that said that it was 51 points in 52 games or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like the kid, even with being off,
the kid is a monster.
3 months or whatever with his draw.
Yeah. Not 3 months.
What was it? Like
Maybe a month.
Month and a half.
Yeah, something like that.
But even still.
Oh yeah, well, he still leads all rookies in points, and he just had that 5-point night the other day. The dude, he's otherworldly talent, man. If they build around him the right way, which they better do before another Jack Eichel situation happens. You don't build around him in Buffalo, and then he asks for a trade, and now he goes to Vegas, and he's a stud. So that can't happen. The Hawks need to make sure that he knows that they're building around him. They're going to put pieces around him at some point, and these losing seasons aren't going to continue.
Yeah.
So other than that, I don't have too much on the Hawks. They're impossible to watch. Need a goaltender. Even though they re-signed Mrazek to a 2-year deal, don't know why they did that, but that's fine.
I forgot that baseball game on December.
Yeah. Yeah, did they announce any selections yet?
No, it's
Tonight? Yeah. Yeah, I was supposed to do Nicole sent me an invite to do the basketball picks or whatever. I'm probably not going to do that. I just don't get into March Madness or any type of basketball at all, really.
I'll watch it.
Oh, I know you get into it. But I mean, I'll watch highlights. I just won't sit there and watch a whole game.
I'll bet on it.
Yeah, there you go. I'm going to be betting on some baseball pretty soon.
When does the season start?
Baseball, I think well, the Cubs' first game is April 1st. I'm going. We didn't want to really go. Well, I didn't want to fly or drive anywhere really far for our anniversary this year, so we just decided to go to opening day since it fell on our anniversary. So,
Let's see when the season starts.
Well, doesn't it start in like a different country this year?
Opening day. March 20th and 21st.
Yeah, aren't they in like South Korea?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dodgers, right?
Yeah, Dodgers.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the Padres do this year.
March 28th. Where the Cubs will be down in Arlington, Texas.
Oh, we don't open up at home? Yeah, so you know what that means? I have to do my yearly tradition of getting rid of Hulu Live TV and ordering Fubo TV. It's the only way I can watch the Cubs.
Or we just split the Marquee Sports Network in half.
What, watch it on our phones?
Or we can download the app on TV.
Oh, you can?
We just split the cost.
Well, that might be an idea then. How much does it run?
$20.
$20 for the year?
For a month.
Oh, Jesus. Well, actually, if we did that, would it allow both of us to watch it?
Yeah, because it would be one login.
Okay. Well, that's something we can definitely talk about. But I think that's about it for this podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Bobby and I shooting professionals. We're not experts. We just like giving our own opinion and hoping that you guys enjoy it. The NFL talk was fun. I'm sure there'll be more to come. Wrestling, we might do one more show before Mania as the card finalizes, so stay tuned for that. We're going to do the MLB show coming up here soon. I want to get Robert back on for wrestling as well. But until then, this has been episode 40 of Second City Sam's Hot Takes. The Bears did what? Yes, the Bears traded Justin Fields yesterday and will now be drafting Caleb Williams. So for Bobby Bylina, Squiddy, as it says on his screen. That's his nickname. I don't know if you guys knew that. That's the Squid. So Bobby, thank you for joining me, brother.
Always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure. And until next time, have a great weekend. Happy St. Patrick's Day, y'all.
Peace.